If you're in business in Cleveland, Ohio, and you need a great retail location, here's a great guy to help you find it. This is John from Hannah. John, thanks for talking with me here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
What goes into setting up, helping somebody get a great retail location and get into it and making sure it's right?
Well, there's a laundry list of questions that I would ask of the business owner. Square foot, what geographic location, vehicles per day, how many, are they looking for foot traffic? How are they getting in front of their customers?
Yeah.
And is foot traffic or some, if you're located near, a Giant Eagle, that obviously has
an anchor, right.
An anchor store,
yeah.
Or an anchor, you have a residual amount of people coming in.
So it's a bit of strategic. It's almost how they sell and who they're selling to first.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's also imperative that, depending on who your customer base is that you're in the right shopping center for that income level.
Sure.
Depending on what it is that you're retailing. If you're retailing high-end dresses, you want to be near the high-end Nordstrom's and that type.
And again, you've got a lot of experience in Cleveland area, and you know where these pockets are, no matter what somebody is selling, such as yourself there. So you found a couple great locations that are going to be appropriate for that person's. But then what? Then what happens?
Well, that's when the fun starts.
All right. Let's hear about this. I can't wait.
That's when you get into negotiations with landlords on leases and triple nets. And
now, are you there for that? Just from you're
I'm there the entire time.
Okay.
So, I can help review the lease. I can't provide any legal advice, but I can review the lease for you. What I want to do is make sure that you understand all of the costs involved in a lease, and the triple nets, which are property tax, insurance, and common area maintenance, can be pretty pricey. And if you don't understand that going in, it's a considerable cost on a monthly or annual basis that you're outside of the price per square foot.
And the point of having a business is to be profitable, so you got to take all that in consideration.
Exactly.
And you've worked with a lot of folks helping them, do that. So
I have.
You know all the things that happen after somebody moves in and gets things working.
Well, and you want to make sure that it's very clear in the lease who's responsible for what. Whether it's an HVAC system or water or sink, it depends on the landlord, and some of them are hands off and some allow you to handle all of that, or they have a property manager. But it's imperative that it's crystal clear who's responsible for what in the event that you have a problem, and invariably it's something's going to happen that the HVAC system goes down, or
who's responsible and
how quickly can we get this resolved so that doesn't impede or affect your business in a negative.
Do you get that far down to the weeds, at least in advising, like, okay, if whom you're running from is responsible for HVAC, here's when you should say it's got to get fixed.
Yeah,
within a week, within a day.
You need to make sure that you know who you're renting from. And the landlords that have a good reputation for fixing things and being responsive to tenants are where you want to stay. And there's also certain landlords across the city of Cleveland or wherever that are not as responsive and will tend to not answer the you and just kind of
and
string
you probably have an idea of who those are.
I do, and I can help you avoid those deadbeats, if you will.
That's what comes with it.
And it's not.
But that's what comes.
Well, and you want to make sure that you're renting from somebody that has your interest at heart.
Sure.
It's not just a building owned by somebody in California and they have no boots on the ground, no one in place that can help maintain the building in a timely fashion when your business is relying on it.
Well, there's a lot of things obviously to keep in mind. These things, and it'd be great to have somebody like John helping you find your location, the best one for you, and the best deal you can get getting into it and keeping it running, right?
Yep, without a doubt.
John, if somebody's interested, how best to get in touch with you?
Well, you can, you have my cell phone on me at all times, 330-958-7291, or you're welcome to check out my website, john-lubinski.com.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.